Okay, so I've only got about a minute wrapped up in this. But again, what I'm going for is a sand consistency, as you can see. So, okay, time for the hot water. Now this is 1 cup. I have 2 cups of flour. I have half a teaspoon of baking powder and about half a teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of actual lard. So I'm going to start with just 3/4 of a cup, well actually half, just to make sure I can get the feel here for the dough. Okay, a little bit more. Now, you know, this dough is going to be sticky, but, you know, I was living in the West and now I'm not in the West, and so what do? I personally like really thin tortillas, and of course my husband loves tortillas, so that is where I'm at. I'm going to add just a little bit more water. So I'm just under a cup here, but I'm trying to feel it as I go. You know, depending on where you are, it can make a big difference on your dough. So I'm hoping that you're getting this. I'm going to try and speed this video up just a little bit. Now your dough's going to be sticky, but what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to knead. And so sticky, looks pretty good right now. And again, I used very warm water, actually hot water, just not too hot that I couldn't work it into my dough. So here we are. Here's my dough, nice and soft. Put my pan out of the way. Now I'm just going to knead this for a few minutes. Now, it should take about 5 minutes for this. Now, I just want to let you know, once I get this into the softer state, and I've kneaded it for about 5 minutes so all the gluten can work around here, and, you know, I'm going to let it rest for about 20 minutes before I actually do the balls. So, you know, just so you know, you can use butter if you choose. Where I was living in Yuma, Arizona, and the chef that taught me, which was Chef Juan Velasquez, how to make these, he used lard. So, and this dough is really soft. Can you see how soft that is? This is really nice. So my husband knows I'm making these, but he's going to be so excited to taste them. Now you notice when you knead, you know, people have a different way, technical ways, but if you just notice, you can use your hand and, you know, this part of your thing and do all kinds of fancy things. But for me, I'm just going to knead this dough, and it's going to be wonderful. You know, the chefs will tell you another way, and each YouTube channel, some of these cooks are absolutely amazing. I'm just a home cook, and I'm just looking to have some good tortillas today. Okay, can you just see how soft this is? Okay, and what I'm going to do now, folks, is I'm just going to use a bowl, and I'm going to set this in it, and let it sit for just a few minutes. Just tapping a little bit of oil on it. So again, 20 minutes this is going to sit, and I've just put some oil on it, as you can see. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. My little bit, like I said, is 20 minutes, and I'll be back when this is done resting. Okay, so my dough has rested, and I'm just going to pull off a little piece here. Now you can weigh these if you want to make them absolutely perfect, but I've got my little ball here. I'm going to kind of start with my hands. Now you don't even have to use a rolling pin if you don't want to. I know some people are really good at this. So I've got extra flour over here to roll my dough out. Now, you know, the goal is to kind of turn it a quarter turn, because that's going to give you the best circle. If you're not worried about the quarter turn, well, then okay. But if you are, that's what you're going to see me doing here. Just a quarter turn. Now, while I'm doing this, what you can't see is I have a cast iron skillet heating up, and I put just a little bit of bacon grease in it because that is how I season my cast iron, is with bacon grease. And we're only going to cook these like a minute to a minute and a half on each side. And that's it. Now I'm trying to go for a really thin tortilla. You don't want them to stick to your surface. Of course, this table is kind of perfect because it's one of those tables with a coating on it. So now that I've kind of got my circle going, I'm going really thin here, folks. And you know, I don't want to burn my tortilla, but I really like thin tortillas. So right now, I'm pretty much at the see-through stage. And I'm going to go over to the grill, or to the stove. I have a gas stove, and I'm going to cook this for you.